Everybody. My name's Adam Wiggins, and I am coming to you live from Better Life's global headquarters. Well, actually, not really. We don't have a global headquarters, but thankfully, we have a local headquarters here in the Pacific region, as we call it, with CSC. And Better Life is the FCRP here in the Pacific region. If you're not familiar with FCRP, Faith Community Reintegration Projects, or as I like to think about it, as partners with CSC. We're under contract with CSC for faith community reintegration. And if you're not familiar with faith community reintegration, I mean, just think about the idea of community chaplaincy. You know, if you've been part of the CSC network for a while, you're familiar probably with community chaplaincy back in the day. And there is an important distinction between community chaplaincy and the new iteration, if you will, of the FCRP. And back in the day, if you've read the community chaplaincy evaluation by CSC, that there was something like 1,000-to-1 ratio in the Greater Toronto area and a 650-to-1 ratio in the Vancouver area between parolees and a chaplain. And you think about the magnitude of that. And why I bring that up is because it provides an important distinction in what Better Life and other FCRPs are doing across Canada. You know, instead of this overwhelming ratio of individuals to a chaplain, where a chaplain is attempting to provide as much support and care to as many people as possible, which of course really isn't possible for that many people, we now put faith communities at the center of the support that we offer. So very practically speaking, if you think about it like this, an offender with a faith background is coming up for parole or is on parole and just recognizes that greater need for support to experience a healthy reintegration. They may speak to a site chaplain, to a institutional parole officer, a community parole officer, to meet with a Better Life chaplain so that they can have a spiritual assessment as they look to support, have Better Life support them in their reintegration, to be one of the partners in their reintegration. Now, if we believe that we are the best agency to provide the support that this individual needs, then Better Life functions as what we like to picture as a bridge, really. It may be a bridge from the institution to a faith community, or it may be a bridge from a parole experience where a parolee recognizes that they need greater support around them for experiencing a healthy reintegration. Now, Better Life has and is developing relationships with faith communities, providing training with faith communities across the Pacific region so that we can provide parolees with this welcome and supportive community and environment that provides relationships and tangible support that have been proven to reduce the rate of recidivism. Now, when we look forward to the day that we again can provide a presentation, an introduction of Better Life to our community parole offices and others of you in the Corrections Canada network. But for now, let me assure you that Better Life has a board that are made up of business professionals, lawyers, educators, retired law enforcement, RCMP, VPD members who are passionate and committed to the practices of restorative justice. Our team of Better Life chaplains and volunteers are also experienced individuals who come from a variety of different backgrounds, including educators and psychologists, site and community chaplains, retired business people who recognize, like you, the challenges of the work of reintegration. You know, this realization, sadly, that there are no silver bullets, right? But are motivated by the understanding that there are practices such as relationships that include accountability and encouragement and mentorship, that there is, the active practice of one's faith and experiencing a growth pathway that can help them in their trajectory, employment and housing, to name a few of these proven practices, these factors that reduce the rate of recidivism. And so let me say that we appreciate all of you so much and the incredibly valuable work and support, as well as we admit the difficult work that you do. And if we can support you in this work and in any way be a support to you and to the men and women that you work with, it would be our pleasure to do so. You can find more out about us. You can connect with us on our website at betterlifecanada.org. And you can email me, adam.betterlife@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. On behalf of Better Life, I'm Adam Wiggins, Better Life's General Director.